Bundesliga round 9 clash, which is looking happening. It is the Bundesliga round 9. The clash is looking happening, and it is no denying the fact it is between the rivals Leverkusen and the likes of Bayern Munich, which is going to be happening at the Allianz Arena. What a big clash, guys. What a big clash is this going to be. This is really a big clash, but let me put that poll on the chat first, that who is going to be winning that. Is it going to be Bayern Munich who are going to be winning it, or is it going to be Leverkusen? Then we still have got 15 more minutes. We will have a quick look of the lineups, and after that we will move on to the watch along of this Bundesliga round 9. But let me put that poll on the chat, that who is going to win for today. Let me put that poll, my boys. Let me put that poll and give your answers to that poll, which is now being created. Who wins tonight? The first option is definitely BE. Bayern Munich are going to be winning that or not, because it is at the Alliance. That is what the first option is. The second option, which is going to be, it is going to be Leverkusen. Leverkusen, are they going to be making that? Because in the previous season, it was a whitewash, which Vincent Company did against Leverkusen in the UCL, in the Champions League fixtures, but it wasn't the case in the Bundesliga, because now we will be showing on that what exactly happened in that fixture where Bayern and the likes of Leverkusen were playing it. Let me put that thing onto our screen. This is the lineup which is now being shown. But in the preview, if we are going to be watching both the teams head-to-head performances, it is a different story. Look at that. These are the two top fixtures which are now being shown on the screen. It is the 14th of March where the reverse leg Bayern will be playing against the likes of Leverkusen at the Bay Arena. But today it is at the Alliance, and Bayern has invited Leverkusen to be coming in and playing that. This is the first clash between these two teams. But just look at the previous fixtures. It was 2-0 in the Champions League where the things happened, and Bayern just whitewashed Leverkusen in those things with the goals of Harry Kane and Davies. It was the second round of the UCL where this fixture was played, and in the first round, look at that. It is the stories which were quite different, my boys. It was a 5-0 sweep. It was a complete 5-0 sweep of Xabi Alonso's Leverkusen, but they were down to some of the injuries. It was Harry Kane who was not present in that. I mean, it was Florian Wirtz who was not present there in the squad. But there were many more injuries, and Xabi Alonso with the management of Leverkusen was not doing the talking. That was the thing, my boys. But the story which happened in the Bundesliga, it was a different one. Leverkusen got a 0 each against Bayern at their Bay Arena at their home, and it was in the DFB Pokal. It was a red card which was given to Manuel Neuer and the likes of a loss, and it is Bayern who got those exits. That was the story. And in the first round, where Bayern were at their home of Alliance playing against the likes of Leverkusen, it was a draw again, 1 each. So in the Bundesliga, it hasn't been that Bayern has got a win against Leverkusen in the previous season, but there has been a defeat for Xabi Alonso's Leverkusen, which has happened. But is that story going to be true? Because in the previous season, again, if in the 2023-24 we are look at that, it is Leverkusen who got those 3 points at their Bay Arena. It was a 3-0 clean sweep of Bayern Munich. And it was again a draw at Alliance. So Bayern not winning against Leverkusen in the Bundesliga. It has happened way back when they got their victory in 2022-23. That was in the home leg where Bayern got a 4-0 win. But in the reverse leg again, it was a loss. The fight is between Bayern Leverkusen and the likes of Bayern Munich. But Bayern at the home, can they take the advantage? Can they make this thing happen? Because it is also the rivalries which has cropped up big time, and it was during the summer transfers, where Bayern just couldn't make that happen. It was the thing which Bayern just couldn't make that happen. But in the lineups for today, if we are putting this, Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes on those poll which has been pinned. We are waiting for your votes to be coming in. Can Bayern make this? Because it has been way back in 2022-23 where at the home of Alliance, Bayern has got their victory. And apart from that, in the season 2023-24, it hasn't happened. It hasn't happened in the season 23-24. It hasn't happened. And as well as in this season 24-25 in the Bundesliga, Bayern hasn't registered a win against the likes of Leverkusen. That is the story is. But it was a 5-0 sweep which happened against Leverkusen's, Xabi Alonso's Leverkusen, but it happened in the UCL. That was a story of the Champions League. But the story of the Bundesliga, Bayern getting a win against the Leverkusen, has happened 2 years back. So Bayern has to win it if they are saying that Vincent Company are doing those big talkings, getting those 15 out of 15 wins all across the competitions and making those big histories cropping up. Is that the story which is going to be looking happening? Is that the story which is going to be looking happening? So give your votes on that poll, that who is going to win that. Is Bayern finally that ready that they are going to get a complete whitewash of all the teams across the globe? And in the Bundesliga, if that is going to be happening or not, is the thing which we are waiting for. Still, we have got 12 more minutes left for the kickoff. We have got that timer and we'll be showing the exact timeline, what is happening on the pitch. But before moving deep into it, let me put the lineups for today. Just have a quick look of the lineups, what Vincent Company has cooked up for today's fixture. Just look at this. Vincent Company has got Manuel Neuer back because Ubik conceded a goal against the likes of the previous fixture. It was a goal which Ubik has conceded and Ubik has been dropped and Manuel Neuer has been called back because the next fixture Bayern are having in their matches, it is the best fixture of the UCL this season. It is PSG and Bayern Munich in the next fixture for Bayern, and that too it will be at the Parc des Princes. But how are Bayern going to be coping up? Because for today's fixture, look at that. It is goalkeeping aspects. Manuel Neuer is there, the legendary man. It is Ta and Min Jae Kim. Upamecano has been given a rest. Ubik has been given a rest. It is Lima on the right backs. Lima has moved on to his right back veteran position, which Vincent Company is sticking to him before the PSG fixture and against Leverkusen also. Guerrero has been picked on the left back. Stanisic is back in the squad but not being given those chances of playing. Vincent Company must have got this in the training period where he might have found that Guerrero is more preferable choice for this fixture and Stanisic is not that one. It is Joshua Kimmich and Goretzka on the mid pitch. Lennart Karl, my man, big boy, getting those big goals in the UCL debut. He has got that Bundesliga goal as well, has been again picked. So it is Olise who have been given those rests. And look at that, my goodness, it is another big story. It is Bishop who has been picked, it is Goretzka who has been picked, and Gnabry and Jackson. A different lineup for Vincent Company in this fixture. I'm going to be winning this. My goodness, it is a complete change. It is a total complete change which Vincent Company has got for today's fixture. Look at that. Upamecano has been dropped. Ubik not given those chances. Stanisic back in the team, not given those chances. Goretzka is there. Tom Bishop, Lennart Karl, Gnabry and Jackson. So if you're talking about the forwards to be going high up on the pitch, it will be mostly the likes of Jackson, Gnabry, Lennart Karl, Goretzka or the likes of Bishop. But is that the thing? Vincent Company is going to be playing against the likes of Casper Homeland, and Casper Homeland with his lineup, he is having that decent squad. Patrick Schick is there. It is likes of Poku, Belosian. These are the men who will be calling in, but Echeverry is the man where the talking is happening. Echeverry is the man who has been doing the talking. This is the man where the fans across the globe have been saying that this is the man Echeverry who has been picked up this season in the Leverkusen squad, Argentina, under 20, 19 years of age, and this is the replacement of Florian Wirtz. Echeverry is the man, the replacement for Florian Wirtz, and in this season so far calling it, he has played 6 matches, no goals, no assists and a yellow card, her booking for this man Echeverry has been the story so far. But Echeverry, is he the replacement for Florian Wirtz or not? Because Florian Wirtz hasn't even got a single goal for Liverpool as well so far in this season. Will that story be good enough? So Echeverry moving back from him, it is the likes of Andrik, it is Garcia on the mid-pitch, Tapsoba, it is the likes of Bade, and Quansha is there. Liverpool has again lost this man Quansha to Leverkusen. But Leverkusen, with this story, look at that in their managerial aspects. If we are talking about, just look at the things which has happened. It is their manager who is now the aspects of with their Fernando Caro, the chairman, but the managerial aspects, look at that. Coach stats, Casper Homeland, 10 matches he has got, 6 wins, 3 draws and a loss. That is what his story has been. That is what his story has been. And to be talking about, it is Palacios who has renewed with Leverkusen. That is the different story which is looking to be happening. But will the aspects of, on the goalkeeping aspects, Mark Flecken is there, also a new man coming into this. Flecken with the aspects of Leverkusen, 13 matches he has played, 23 he has got those conceded. My goodness. Mark Flecken is the man. Will he be good enough today against the likes of Bayern? We still have got 7 more minutes left for the kickoff. Will this story be coming in big? Will this story be coming in big? It is some sort of probabilities which we'll be looking in, because in the analysis of both the teams, look at that. It is Bayern now on a 94 rating with this squad which Vincent Company has picked in the first starting lineup. That is what the story is. But Leverkusen are also on that 93 rating with their best squad which they can achieve for this fixture. And it is Casper Homeland who has got his best man available for this fixture. But Vincent Company not going into this squad with his best man on the pitch. Will this story be good for Bayern, or is the run of those undefeated streak which is looking to be happening, or is that Bayern going to be getting those exits? Those of you who are watching, give your votes on our poll, boys. We are waiting. And for today's fixture, the match referee on the pitch, it is the likes of Derzin Atikin who is there on the pitch for today's fixture. This is the referee. Let me just show him on the screen. Yes, it is. It is Dennis Atikin who is there for today's fixture. Will this be good enough, or will there be some sort of upsets which will be looking in coming for Bayern? And will this be the first upset of the season to be hoping in? Because looking at the Bundesliga table, look at that. Bayern so far has played 8 fixtures. This is round 9. They have conceded 4 goals and scored a total of 30 goals. 26 is their goal difference. But Leverkusen on the other hand, look at that. 8 matches played. It is 5 wins. Pretty good one, because the losses which were happening for Leverkusen was under the likes of Erik ten Hag, and I was much expecting this fixture to be starting with the likes of Erik ten Hag, but it is a different story now. It is Casper Homeland who has been got in by the Leverkusen management, and ten Hag has been sacked. But 5 wins he has got. It is those 2 draws and a loss. That has what been the story. And looking at the fixtures of Leverkusen, how they have performed so far, let me put this onto our screen. How has Leverkusen performed so far in the fixtures this season? Look at that, the wins which they have got. Now they are up against the likes of Bayern, which is the story is, and in the DFB Pokal, they have got a 4-2 victory against Paderborn. Against Freiburg in the Bundesliga, they have got a 2-0. That was a good one. It is Poku and Tapsoba who got those 2 goals in that fixture. And in the DFB Pokal, if you are talking about, just look at that. It is Grimaldo, Quansha, Ibrahim Maza. Ibrahim Maza is also the man who will be looking forward in his career, and he is the replacement for Florian Wirtz or not will be the factor. But Ibrahim Maza is not in the starting lineup. Ibrahim Maza is not in the starting lineup for today's fixture, and in those 11 matches he has played, it is that 1 goal which he has got. Not bad for that. Not bad for that. It is in the UCL. It was a 7-2 defeat to Leverkusen. My goodness. And today it is the likes of Alliance, Bayern Munich, and Bayern will be playing their next UCL fixture against PSG at Parc des Princes. Against Mainz 05 in the Bundesliga round 7, Leverkusen has done a decent job of 4-3. So Leverkusen are on a scoring spree, no denying the fact, because in the previous fixture they have scored 4. It was in the round 8 they have got 2 goals. Against PSG also they got 2 goals. Mainz it was 4 goals they have got. Leverkusen they have got 2 goals. So Leverkusen to be talking about in the Bundesliga fixtures so far this season has got a goal at least. Just look at that. In the total matches being played, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 matches over here in this month. Look at that. All the matches they have played, they have got a goal. They have got a goal. In the round 1 of the DFB Pokal, before that it was the friendlies in the Chelsea. So if we are counting from the DFB Pokal where the season started, 4 goals, 5 goals, 8 goals, 2 more. My goodness, Leverkusen have been scoring goals. No denying the fact Leverkusen hasn't got a single fixture where they hasn't scored a goal. So no denying the fact Leverkusen has been scoring. It is on an average, if we are looking at it, it is minimum of 2 goals they have scored across all the matches which they have played this season. Minimum of 2 goals Leverkusen has been scoring. It was in the round 1 where against Hoffenheim they got those defeat, but it was a 10-act story. Werder Bremen they got 3 goals. Against the likes of Cologne it was 2. Frankfurt they have won by 3-1. Leverkusen are doing the talking without the likes of Xabi Alonso, but the hint build is looking happening. Still 2 minutes for the kickoff. But who is superior in getting those big goals? Because Leverkusen has also got those 2 goals against PSG, and it was against Garcia, the man, getting those 2 goals. So what are the stats of Leverkusen where they are making it big? Just have a look of their lineups where they will be playing. Look at that. It is Grimaldo is the top scorer. He has got 4 goals. Grimaldo has also got 3 assists. The man is talking since the Xabi Alonso arena. It is Bade who has got those big red cards, but in the scoring aspects, Grimaldo is on the top. Will this be the story? Because Vincent Kompany has got a change in the lineups, and will this change be good enough for Bayern? We are waiting for the kickoff to happen because still we have got 1 minute left into it, and as soon as the kickoff is going to happen, we will be showing the exact timeline what is happening on the pitch on our screen. Just wait for that, my boys. I'm waiting for those cheeky peelings to be getting activated. Will Vincent Kompany get those wins with this change in the squad? But Leverkusen, who have been getting big goal scoring across all the matches in this season, will they be good enough? And with their new manager, will it be the thing looking happening? Will Casper Homeland be good enough? Or will Vincent Kompany will make those big victories? Because Vincent Kompany in his tenure hasn't registered a win against the likes of Leverkusen. And Bayern to be talking about in the Bundesliga specifically, if you are talking, it isn't Bayern who has got their last victory. It was at Allianz in the season 2022-23. That was the talking which has happened for Bayern, and they have gathered those 3 points. But apart from that, Bayern hasn't registered a win. It is in the UCL previous season where a 5-0 sweep was there. So will the fans who have been saying that Xabi Alonso leaving Leverkusen and it is Bundesliga, not the big race which is looking happening, and all is all in for Bayern to be coming in with their roaring form, is that the thing looking happening? Will Vincent Kompany register their undefeated streak to be carrying on, or will this be the upset? We are waiting for your votes to be coming in onto a poll. Give your votes, my boys, give your votes. Look at that, Harry Kane on the sidelines. The kickoff is about to happen anytime. Anytime the kickoff is about to happen. Renat Karl, my big boy, get those goals, my boy. Tapsova is there. It will be a fight good enough. It will be a fight good enough, no denying the fact. Look at the side where the kickoff has happened, my boys. Just now the kickoff has happened. It is the referee on the pitch. The whistle has been blown, and we are now moving the lineups from our screen, and it is those exact timeline which is looking to be happening. This is the exact timeline. The kickoff has happened and the referee has blown the whistle. Denzel Atkin, the referee, has blown the whistle and the kickoff has happened. It is Jonathan Tah now passing that high up to Konrad Laimer. The kickoff has happened 20 seconds into this. The ball has been passed to Min Jae Kim. It will be a big fight because the aspects where we will be looking to be making it is the fight which will be happening Lennart Kahl and Tepsova. The fight will be looking happening more over there. It will be likes of Jackson against the likes of Bade and Garcia where he will playing it. But on that aspect where Tom Bishop and Goretzka are there, it is Arthur and Concha where Liverpool's Concha is there. It is Leverkusen who will be trying to make it in. But it is Bayern who are now. It is Lennart Kahl who has got the touch of the ball in just under 1 minute. He passes that. It is Goretzka getting that higher. Bishop on the left mid page. Passing that. It is Gnabry on the wings. He passes that to Bishop. Back to Gnabry. It is Goretzka. The ball is loose. It is the likes of Patrick Schick winning that ball in the mid page. And Goretzka and the likes of Min Jae Kim, there was some sort of a communication error and ball has been let loose. Kickoff has happened, my boys. Kickoff has happened and anytime we are going to get those big goals. So we have been getting those votes. 33% are saying that Bayern are going to win that, and rather it is Leverkusen who have got 67% votes on our poll. But let us just now put a question onto the chat. Who will score first? Who will score first tonight? That is now the question which is being put onto the chat. Who will score first tonight? And after that first goal, whichever team is going to score, we will be putting on that how many goals will be coming on to this fixture. And after this fixture, we have also got those Real Madrid and Valencia in the La Liga late night watch along after this team, and the parallel watch along of Liverpool and Aston Villa in the Premier League. It is inside the box. Laimer goes in, a pass coming in. Lennart Kahl has got the ball again. He passes that, a cross coming in, right footer. No one to the far post to get a header or a touch. It has been a clearance coming in. It is Concha who has got the clearance. It is Gnabry again. It is Bayern who are looking possessive enough. Kasper Homland has got his strict instructions to Leverkusen for this fixture not to be moving high up because it is at the alliance and they are looking quite composed in their own defensive block. Kahl again, the man getting those touches, but it is so far out of the box. Goretzka this time, only 3 minutes 30 seconds. Goretzka gets that high up. It is Bishop passing back to Tah now. But look at the mid page. It is where Leverkusen are trying to overpopulate. It is Andrik who is there, who is getting the numbers good enough on the mid page. They are blocking those passes to be happening from the defensive aspects. So Kasper Homland has been working with this team. It is looking quite evident so far in the first 4 minutes of this watch along. It's Kim Min-jae getting a header deflection. It is a ball win-win situation. Poku has passed that. He places that to Garcia. Now it is Echeverri getting the ball. He passes that in the mid-page. A block coming in. Guerrero gets that interception. Leverkusen were just inches away to penetrate inside the box of Bayern at Alliance. Leverkusen were just inches away to get into the box of Bayern so far in just under 4 minutes 30 seconds. It is Tapsoba, it is Concha who are staying on the same side. Look at that. He passes that back. Flecken, he has got the ball rolling. He goes in for the mid page. It is Patrick Schick against the likes of Tah. Tah is man marking Patrick Schick as of now. Kim Min-jae is on that let loose position, but it is Patrick Schick who is being man marked by Jonathan Tah so far. There is no likes of Granit Xhaka, there is no likes of Florian Wirtz, many of the players, no likes of Frimpong. Can Leverkusen survive? But in this season, to be talking about, Leverkusen are making those moves, no denying the fact. The ball has been passed back. It is now to Tapsoba. Back to Flecken. Leverkusen are looking in no mood to be making those big build-ups. Rather, they are taking their time in building up those positions. They are trying to understand the pressure because it is the first time this season where they are facing Bayern. It is a win-win situation. Patrick Schick has got the ball. It is Goretzka dropping down. Will he get that? No, it is Poku who has got a bad touch of the ball and he lets that. But a good clearance coming in from Goretzka at the right spot. Lennart Karl has been blocked. Tapsoba, win-win situation for him. Tapsoba has blocked Lennart Karl. This fight is looking big enough for my boy Lennart Karl. Look at that. It is the physical strength and the physical fight which is to be looking happening. And if it is the likes of Lennart Karl who has to get it into the box or for any scoring chances, he has to get past the likes of Tapsoba to be doing the talking. Now getting that to Bishop. Gnabry on the mid page. Goretzka has been given a block. Bishop gets that, passes back. It goes for Ta. Kimmich is there now. Jackson dropping in, but prefers to pass that to Karl on the wings. It is Guerrero running high up. He is onto the wings. He is too deep. Back passes that to Karl now. Karl will go in. He again switches that on the centre back aspects of Ta. But nothing on the mid page. So far, 7 minutes. Bayern hasn't yet registered a shot so far. So this fight is looking in. Kim Min-jae so high up again, finding Karl on the right wings. Karl is there. Look at that. It is the likes of Karl gets a goal. It is to the far post. The first shot on the target coming in from the number 42 from Bayern. It is Lennart Karl getting that first shot on target for Bayern. Bayern has registered their first shot in just 7 minutes. 15 seconds to be precise, and it is Lennart Karl, the young man who has got past Tapsoba and registered the first shot on target for Munchen at the Allianz Arena for this fixture, Bundesliga round 9 against the likes of Leverkusen. Karl again on the wings. It is Min-jae Kim consistently passing that to Ta. The passes are happening more on that part of the pitch. Karl now again. Look at that. It is back to Ta. Ta gets that to Bishop. Goretzka. It is back to Bishop again. Gnabry passing that. Tom Bishop again. Look at that. It goes for Kimmich. Possession is being kept by Bayern so far consistently in those 8 minutes. Bishop on the mid page trying to find those spaces. But Leverkusen, the men in blue for today's fixture, are just trying to overpopulate as much as on the mid page. But Bayern hasn't yet got those crosses. It is Lennart Karl who has got a cross inside the box, and it is Lennart Karl as well who has got a shot on target. He is the man who has done the talking. With the likes of Jackson, with the likes of Gnabry, Tom Bishop high up on the attacks, Guerrero, it is Lima. But it is the aspect of Lennart Karl who has done the talking so far in the first 9 minutes. And he has got a shot, 2 shots, one off target and one was just onto the far post. But Flecken was on that perfect position to get the ball received in his hand good enough. Manuel Neuer this time gets that clearance. Tapsoba gets that. He is staying deep. Jackson is not pressing in. Jackson is not even pressing in. Is Jackson demanding some extra men with him high up on the pitch? Because it is Bishop, it is Gnabry who are high up, and this side on the right part, it is Jackson and the likes of Karl. Flecken takes that goal kick. Long enough. Goretzka down is just man marking now Schick. So against the likes of Patrick Schick, it is Kim Min-jae, it is Ta, and it is the likes of Goretzka. But at times it can be seen that it is Poku, the man, number 19, who is making that high up. 21 years of age from the land of Netherlands, is consistently pressing it, but not high enough with the likes of Patrick Schick. But it is neither the likes of Grimaldo who has been brought into this. It is not the likes of Terrier, Ibrahim Maza. In the second half, Jonas Hoffman, these are the player options available. So this first half, I think both Vincent Kompany and Casper Homeland are trying to be playing with not their first preferred lineup. That is what the tactical capabilities are looking from both the teams. But will this new approach from Vincent Kompany, who in the previous season wasn't getting any sort of changes, but now he is vividly making those changes at times. It is good that the players are getting those rotations, they are getting those play time, which was the demand of the fans in the previous season. But will that be good enough for this fixture? So we're talking about, it is the likes of rajdeep.mic, Mikel Olise, Luis Diaz, Harry Kane, big loads of guns to be firing in the second half if it is needed for the substitutions. And it is Pavlovic, Bowie, Stanisic, Upamecano and Ubig on those defensive and mid-page. But Alphonso Davies, Hiroki Ito, Bambi still not in the squad, but they are seen somewhat in those training sessions at time, but not with the team which they are doing the talking. Joshua Kimmich this time gets to Jackson. It is a tackle. Quansha gets that. Jackson is down on the pitch. Quansha and Jackson must be well known of each other. That part of the pitch where Jackson has to do the talking. Kimmich again passing that to Lama. Lama on the right wings. Will he get across? Block coming in. Poku has got a block to Lama. Goretzka again. This time it is Karl. On the edge of the box. He's cutting in. Goes for Kimmich. Back pass to Goretzka again. A cross coming in. Hit is a header. No, denied. It is number 4. Quansha gets that block. It was a cross coming in so good, and it could have been a goal scoring opportunity. Goretzka got that. Who is going to take that? It was Gnabry and Jackson. Both of them. Are you expecting any headers to be coming in? Corner being taken so quickly. Tom Bishop getting that. Passing to Karl. Back to Bishop. It is Kimmich this time. Bishop trying to get a cross, but the ball is off the pitch and a block coming in. Again, that is going to be a corner. Tom Bishop preferring to take those corners with those short passes, but they're not going for those headers because the unavailability of their header. Who are going to take that? It is Kim Min-jae who is there for the headers, but the crosses are not going in for him. It is Lama again, passing that. Kimmich on the right wings, deep on those corner positions, passing back to Lama again. On the mid-page, Kimmich goes for Guerrero. Guerrero gets that. It is Tah who has got the ball, but he is not a dribbler to get past the Leverkusen defense. He is meant for those headers, my boy. He is meant for those headers. It was a fight looking in. Tah was there with the aspects of Quansha to get the ball. But a defender come dribbler is not what you expect to be happening. It is the headers which needs to be coming in. Casper Homeland must be happy because they haven't yet conceded to the undefeated team of this season across the top 5 competitions. It is Flecken taking that goal kick. He goes in high up. Denied. Look at that. Flecken, the time he got that ball, he passed it straight to Arthur. Arthur will be looking to be making some contributions in those assists. If that is going to be the case, then how are Bayern going to be making that? Because in the stats so far, it is 1 shot each for both the teams. Bayern has got one on target, but at Alliance, they haven't yet got any more shots on target. Rather, it is Leverkusen with 1 shot, but not a single one on target. Patrick Schick has got that shot, and for Bayern, it is likes of Leonard Karl. A clearance coming in. Manuel Neuer goes high up. It is to Jackson. Jackson has got a header. It is Lenny Carly moving in. Will he pass it? He goes that. He finds the space. He has got that to Lama. Good enough. Inside the box. Lama goes. A curl coming in. Leonard Karl. Lenny Curly is the preferable choice of player who is making those moves. And now he gets that second shot on attempt. It was again from that spot, close to that circle outside the box. A shot being taken. A curler was what Lenny was expecting to be happening, but not a threat for Flecken. This time it was not a threat for Flecken to be conceding. Bayern registering two shots, one on target, and both the shots from Lennart Karl, the man who has got those attempts. Neither Jackson nor the likes of Gnabry are getting any approaches. They are being completely shut down so far. It is Concha who has passed that. Look at that. Garcia making that run. He is up against the likes of Ta. Ta has blocked that. Ta is playing against his own man. If this was the story in the previous season, it is Jonathan Ta so far is playing against his own man with whom he has been playing against. It is Karl who has placed that. Jackson, look at that. Leverkusen with their speed are dropping it good. It is Karl again trying to find Guerrero, but a miss pass. Guerrero wasn't having that speed to reach the ball. Look at that speed. It was Garcia who made that move good, but it was the block coming in from the aspects of Ta. What a close fight it is looking happening so far. Leverkusen sticking to their own tactics, and it is Bayern who are making it high up with their own tactical capabilities from Vincent Kompany. It is a throw coming in. Lama trying to get Jackson, but block it was from Tapsoba. Look at that. The blocks are looking happening. The fight which is looking is, it is the aspects of number 19 from Leverkusen, Poku, who is staying close to Lennart Karl to not give him those free spaces, and it is on the burden Tapsoba who is again pressing it. So two men form and marking Karl, and in that he has found those two shots. Not bad, I would say. But I need to do the talking from the likes of Jackson and Gnabry. Lama this time goes for Kimmich. Kimmich has found Lama again. Make a cross. Blocked. It is Bade who got that block. Tapsoba is high up. Now Lama finds that space. Goes for Karl. Karl gets a header. Oh my goodness. Again, Lennart Karl finding that perfect cross. It was to the far post. A header it was meant for Goretzka. I think Goretzka got that header wrong. Look. Oh my goodness. It was perfect for Goretzka. But Goretzka gets that touch not good enough to be coming in. Oh my goodness. We have got another vote, my boys. Give your votes. We are waiting for your votes to be coming in. Give your votes, my boys. Who is going to be winning that? Bayern or Leverkusen? It is now 50% on our poll section. We have got both for Bayern and for Leverkusen as well. But no one has voted for a draw. As well as there is a question which has been pinned on the chat that who will score first tonight? Will that be Bayern who is going to score first, or will that be Leverkusen going to be scoring first? Give your answers to that question as well, my boys. Because Leverkusen so far in this season has got 5 wins out of their 8 fixtures, but they have minimum scored at least 2 goals on an average per fixture. Against PSG also they lost by 7-2 the scoreline, but they have scored 2 goals. So Leverkusen are scoring, but till now not doing the talking, because it is at the Alliance where now Bayern are having those possession, and 3 shots have been taken and 3 by Lennart Karl, the man. Being pressed enough. Patrick Schick, will he wick? No. Ta passes that to Min Jae Kim. It goes in for Lama. Goretzka gets that. It is again, look at that. Guerrero found that space, but it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the Leverkusen players in their blue jersey are just on the edge of the box to safeguard their nets. Guerrero finding that space. He gets that. Karl inside the box trying to get a through pass, but blocked. So it is a test for Lennart Karl, how strong he is developing on the pitch, how strong is he making those moves, and in that he has to get a goal. Young test, big test for a young man into the squad for tonight, and it is Lennart Karl who have to do the talking, and Vincent Kompany picking him up again in the first lineup, but he is with the likes of Jackson and Gnabry, 2 odd men out who were out of the squad for not in the lineups. It is Gnabry gets a shot inside the box, but a left footer and a block coming in again. The men in blue are looking to overpopulate inside the box. They're doing nothing. They are just getting outnumbered on that part of the pitch, and Bayern are doing their hard work consistently to get those shots into those nets. Bishop getting across, block again. Look at that. It is 9 men now inside the box for Leverkusen. It is the reverse way which Bayern have been playing it all across this season. Will those counter options be coming in? Corner being taken. It is a shot. Lammer takes that. It was a shot. Lammer taking that, but no worries for Flecken again. Shots are being taken with those quite far range, because all those men in blue jerseys from Leverkusen are so deep in their own defensive aspect. It was some sort of counters where they're looking to be, but look at that. The numbers they are counting, they are just making it good in terms of their speed. It is Lennart Karl now again. Inside the box, goes in. He passes that. Guerrero, will he get that? He goes for Kimmich, but out of speed. Kimmich just lost the possession, and it is a clearance coming in again. So Bayern are making those progresses. Tonight, late on the watch along, for our next watch along stream, we are also having Real Madrid and Valencia, the La Liga fixture, and Liverpool and Aston Villa in the Premier League fixture. We'll be having a watch of that also, but in a single stream. And as of now, it is the Bundesliga round 9, where the German giants, who just outclassed Leverkusen in the previous season in the UCL, are playing their first clash against their rivals. Look at that. Now Leverkusen on the 22nd minute on the watch are looking to open up. Vincent Kompany asking for Ta and the likes of Kim Min-jae to maintain that offside trap. But that offside trap, if I would say, look at it, it is Ta and Kim Min-jae not maintaining that line of defense good enough. I would say this. It is Upamecano and Ta who have been keeping that line of defense good. But so far as of this fixture, consistently I have been watching, it is the likes of Jonathan Ta and the likes of Kim Min-jae are not getting that offside trap and last line of defense good enough. One is high up on the pitch. That is being mostly in those cases. It is now Lammer inside the box going in. Karl is there. Will he passes that? No attempt of a cross, but getting blocked. It is the block which is looking happening. It is the things which is looking happening, but goals are not coming. That is what. It is 23 minutes now on the watch. 6 shots Bayern has attempted so far, but only 2 on target. That is the story. It is Guerrero finding that to the far post, across looking in, but Ta not prepared for that. Neither the ball was coming in for his headers. It was way far for him to collect that. Will this story be good enough, my boys? Will this story be good enough? Give your votes. We are waiting for your votes to be coming on to our poll and answers to those questions which has been pinned on the chat. Again this time, passing that, it is back to Tapsoba. Tapsoba gets that move. He is trying for a right footer, a curl. It is looking to be happening. Poku gets that. It is back to Sheik. Block coming from Kimmich, but physicality is where Kimmich has a fall. He goes that back again. Leverkusen are now trying to get their numbers counting high up on the pitch. Will they survive this or lose it in a build-up coming in? No, it is Kimmich who got that interception again. Passing back to Neuer. Neuer passes that high enough. Bishop gets that. Will he get to Gnabry this time? Gnabry is there. Pass it. It is Lennart Karl who is there. It is Gnabry inside the box. The man doing the talking. Reboot. Das Gnabry. Chef has done the talking, and it is the first goal. It was that question which was pinned onto our chat, that who is going to score first tonight, and it is Serge Gnabry getting that first. Big goal, my boy, big goal. It is what I wanted to be happening, and with this change in the lineup which Vincent Kompany has got for this Bundesliga round 9, It is Gnabry who has done the talking, coming back from those injury moments. Look at that white Adidas band which is Gnabry having on his head. It was an assist, I would say. In that recap, look at that. Tom Bishop placing it high up. Gnabry gets that. He was on that speed, overtaking the likes of Quansha. Quansha was there man marking, but no couldn't. That move was late from Quansha. Gnabry cutting that speed high up and in between the legs of Leverkusen's goalkeeper Flecken. He plays that ball. This goal comes in. Serge Gnabry placing that ball in between the legs of Flecken, and Leverkusen has conceded. 1-0 is the scoreline. Harry Kane on the sidelines looking happy because he is even clapping because the burden of his shoulders will be less if Bayern are going to score those 1 or 2 goals. So will this storyline be now coming in with Bayern getting those big victories, because Bayern the last time has got that victory against the likes of Leverkusen in Bundesliga was way back in 2022-23, 2 years back. That too at the Allianz. It was a win previous season coming in for Bayern, but it was in the UCL, not in the Bundesliga. And if Bayern are going to win this, it will be the first win of Bayern under Vincent Kompany. In the previous season, Kompany hasn't registered a win. It was neither against the likes of Dortmund, it was neither against the likes of Leverkusen. But he has defeated, Kompany has defeated Dortmund in the Der Klassiker this season, and now it is 1-0 up against the likes of Leverkusen. So is this rivalry now over, or it is Leverkusen who are going to get their equalizers? We are waiting. It is 28 minutes now on the watch. Leverkusen are looking to open up at times, but it is some sort of things which is looking happening, because on the mid pitch, if we are talking, look at that. Andrik is staying too deep. It is mostly Poku and the likes of Patrick Schick who are doing the talking. But Casper Holmland, if we are talking about him, this fixture at the Alliance, he must have instructed his players to be staying too deep, but down by 1 goal. It is the 7th shot which Bayern took with their low defensive block of men in blue to get their first goal. So in 7 shots, Bayern has got a goal with their opposition low, and almost they were looking parking the bus, but now Leverkusen are looking to open up. But what a poor way Flecken has conceded, being a goalkeeper and conceding the goal with the ball rolling in between his legs. That was poor. That was poor goalkeeping from Flecken. Leverkusen now passing that. It is Flecken who has passed that. This time they are looking to move up high up on the right wings. It is Arthur who has got the ball. He is looking to roll up. Bishop and Kim Min-jae getting that block goal. So far, so now, it is the likes of the referee for today's fixture. Dennis Etikin hasn't yet been on some sort of moments to be making those decisions. No cards, no fouls, nothing. The game is looking decent, but the fight which was happening in the previous 2 seasons, they were much more big. This season so far, Casper Holmland trying to get that justice for Leverkusen against Bayern. He was making 8, but they have already conceded. But the fight which was happening with the Xabi Alonso's Leverkusen, that strength and the likes of those anger moments on the pitch is not looking happening. Kim Min-jae, he is so high up on the edge of the box. He goes that. Lennart Karl gets across to the far post. It is Lehni Curly time and again. Whenever he is getting that ball on his left foot, he is trying to take a shot on attempt on the nets. And whenever he is getting that ball on his right foot, he is going for those crosses to the far post. This man, whether he is going to be predictable soon, will be the worry. This man, whether he is going to be predictable or not, this will be the worry, because so far so good in this fixture. He has been getting those shots. The left footer again, Lennart Karl gets across, it is into the nets. Will there be a touch from Gnabry? No, it was Nicholas Jackson, close enough. But the ball reached Flecken on that perfect time. Otherwise, Jackson could, if he could have got a touch, what a perfect assist it could have been from the likes of Carl. Lenny Curly is making the move, my boy. Lenny Curly is making the move. This boy is doing the talking. 19 years, I mean, so young of this man to be talking. He is already making that happen. Lenny Curly, my boy, will he get more goals? Because still he is not 18. He is on his 17 years of age, still playing in. He has got those goals. So we will end that question, that who will score first tonight, because it is Bayern who has scored. Let me put that another question now onto the chat. Can we get a goal from Lenny Carly in this fixture again? Oh my goodness, Nicholas Jackson. It was me who was typing that question to be coming onto the poll. But look at that, it is Nicholas Jackson now has got a goal. It is now getting a clean sweep. Insane Company playing with this squad. It was a change in it. And it is 2-0 already in 32 minutes. And it is none other than the Chelsea man, Nicholas Jackson, getting that. Patrick Schick, look at his face. He's looking already devastated. He stayed at Leverkusen. The Leverkusen management didn't made for those big transfers. Rather, they sold their players, and Leverkusen again back to where they was in the past 20 years are now down by 2-0. But it is a header goal. Look at that. What was that assist which came in? What a perfect header. Nicholas Jackson getting that. I think it was Tom Bishop who got that cross. No, it was Lammer. The assist from Lammer and a header coming in from Nicholas Jackson. My God. Jackie Jackson has got a goal now, my boy. Jackie Jackson has now got a goal. He has already opened his account, but so far, 10 matches played. It is his second goal. He has got an assist, 2 goals. What more can you demand from a lonely player? What more can you demand from a lonely player to be coming into the squad and playing those 10 fixtures and getting 2 goals and an assist? What more can you expect from Jackson? He's doing it. He's doing it time and again. So let me just now put that question. How many goals will be scored in the first half? How many goals will be scored? How many goals will be scored in the first half? That is now the next question which has been put on the chat. Give your answers to those questions as well. Those of you who are voting on our live poll, give your answers to those questions as well. So 2 goals coming in. It is the likes of Gnabry and it is the likes of Jackson. And Casper Homeland now chewing his gum with those more speed, and he is overburdening his teeth and gums by pressing the chewing gum so fast. That is the thing which has happened because Bayern has got those 2 goals. And so I am also getting that my chewing gum onto my mouth to release those 2 goals and getting 4 goals for Bayern. Minje came this time. He goes it high up. It is now Lama game. Bayern 4-man. It is Leverkusen 6-man. Can they get a goal? He goes for Carl. Carl getting a cross. It is the men in blue who are overpopulated and they are restricting it somehow. This picture is now looking that Leverkusen are just now stopping not to get humiliated by more than 5 to 6 goals. That is what they are looking for. Wertzkag this time, he passes that. It goes for Guerrero. Jackson gets to Gnabry. It is Bishop who is high up. Guerrero finds Bishop good, but a late pass from Bishop to Guerrero. Leverkusen winning that. But the gameplay which Leverkusen is having is good on their lower blocks, but on the higher aspects, they are not even moving. Their men are not even traveling half of the pitch to be getting close to the Bayern box. But in the second half, there will be some expectations because it is the likes of Grimaldo who will be called in. He is not in the lineup as of in the first half. There is also the replacement of Florian Wirtz, the man who is there. Ibrahim Maza will also be tested for tonight's fixture. How good he is. Leonard Carl this time, inside the box goes. Will he make a cross? Look at that dribbling which Lenny Curly is making. Look at that dribbling which Leonard Carl is making. Leverkusen has suddenly lost everything after that, conceding of first goal. They are making nothing now. Can I get my man Lenny Curly to be getting that goal? Can I get a goal from Lenny Curly in the first half? I would be wanting that to happen. So it is not the preferable first choice of lineup for Vincent Company, and they are winning it 2-0 up against the likes of Leverkusen. Look at that, it's Grimaldo down on the sidelines. Will he go for those winter transfers, or is he still sticking with Leverkusen for this season as well? He needs a good club to be placed. Leverkusen is no doubtedly a big club to be talking in making those match moments, but what their management done by selling those big players and getting those revenues and not acquiring those players which was needed is not the thing which is most appreciable. Not at all from my side. At least with the transfers, they should have gone for those at least a decent squad. It is only Patrick Schick who has been left with this. Looking at the deeper into the transfers of Leverkusen, let us take a look of that again. Just take a look of how deeply Leverkusen management has destroyed this. Is Hincap given away to Arsenal? Puerta has been on those 3.5 million. Hincap has been given again. Hincap has been to Arsenal. Boniface, they were trying to attempt Boniface to get a big transfer to Serie A, but it didn't happen. And Boniface coming back to Werder Bremen. Leverkusen should have kept at least Boniface to be doing the talking, but they lowering their wages by just giving away all the players. What Xabi Alonso built in made it so good. Lucas Vazquez is the man who has come in from Real Madrid, but at Real Madrid he had become a camel. That is why Madrid has sold him back to Leverkusen. Echeverri is the man from the likes of City coming in, but it is a loanee and you can't expect much from him to be doing the talking. Adley was the man who was there, but he has been again given away. Bournemouth. Poku is the young man coming in. Hideki has also been given. My goodness, Monaco. Granit Xhaka has gone in to Sunderland in the Premier League. Tillman is the man who came in. He was from the Bayern Academy, but was playing for PSV Eindhoven. But he is back into those Leverkusen squad. They have only got Concha over here. Oerman is there. Florian Wirtz, Kosonu. Look at the Mark Flecken. Has just been that sign. Ping pong. My goodness, it is Leverkusen who have extracted all how and the best way which they could have got it. It is Jackson again getting in the open space. Get that second goal. He gets it. Jackson gets that second goal now. And it was some of the fans who were saying that Jackson is not getting those goals in those one-to-one counters, but it is Nicholas Jackson getting the second goal and on the scoreline. I think it was offside, my boy. I think the flags were raised. I think Jackson was a bit offside into that. So that goal is not going to stay. Rummenigge on the stands with the likes of Uli Hennes, and also it is the likes of Christopher Friend, all sitting there and having a bit of a smile onto the face, because it is Nicholas Jackson now doing the talking. Being a lonely player, Jackson is doing the talking. It is just an indication that Jackson is looking deep and is looking interested, and he is understanding and he is getting those approaches good enough with the build up at Bayern, and that is what he is looking to be making in. So in the table, if you are talking about 2-0 is the score line, and with this loss, Leverkusen will drop to the 5th spot. Lenny Curl inside the box, he gets a shot, paid wide of the first post, paid wide it was. I am looking impressed with this man, Lennart Carl. Look at that, he's making it. It was a pass coming in from Gnabry. Then he was there, he could have wanted Lama, but no, he went on trying to get past 1, 2, 3. It was Quansha Poku who was there and marking him. But Lenny got that shot on an attempt to go to the first post, but was bit wide for him to get it into the nets. So Lenny Curly looking for a goal to be coming in. Again, it is Lama going for Jackson to the far post. No, bit wide. Jackson reconciling that, passing back to Gnabry this time. 41 minutes on the watch now. The kickoff has happened and it is now 41 minutes on the watch. Kimmich now trying to orchestrate that, trying to get Jackson, but block coming in. 2-0 is the scoreline, and in the stats, if you're talking about 11 shots all in all, 4 on target, 63% position, Bayern dominating with that. Many passes they have got. Pass accuracy is 92%. But Leverkusen with 114 passes, which they have all so far got in, have also got those passing accuracy good. But Leverkusen have been scoring those 2 goals on an average so far in this season. So will this 2-goal lead be standing good enough against Leverkusen or not is the thing we'll be watching on. But 43 minutes now on the watch. Corners Bayern has taken 5, but not getting those set pieces converting from the aspects of Kim Min-jae or neither the likes of Ta with those headers. It is inside the box. Jackson goes in. One touch pass. He goes that. Into the box goes. My goodness, it is an own goal. I think that is a own goal which has happened. It was Guerrero who tried to get that ball to the center of the box just before the likes of Flecken on the goalkeeping aspects, but it is Pede who has got an own goal. It was a cross from Guerrero and an own goal conceding. Loic Bade is the man who has got it is humiliation already looking for Leverkusen so far at Allianz. It is humiliation already looking coming in. There were some expectations that Leverkusen getting at least 2 goals per fixture will at least get some reply. But it is already looking that Casper Homeland with the players, his approach, what he is trying to make in is not good enough. And now they are feeling the heat, feeling the pressure at the Alliance and conceding more and more. 3-0 is the score line, and the third goal coming in with our own goal. Casper Homeland on the sidelines looking too depressed and is not understanding that how and why their players are just shaking their legs at the Alliance so far in the first half. Vincent Kompany with this squad, if he is winning this, a big win, it will be a thing which needs to be doing the talking. Because talking about the fixtures so far, Bayern, if we are talking about, in all the matches, if we are going to be making it, look at that, Bayern have been totally undefeated. Totally undefeated. It was the last defeat which Bayern got was in the FIFA Club World Cup against the likes of PSG. That is what the storyline is looking seen. Just look at that. The last defeat which Bayern got in their fixture, it was in the FIFA Club World Cup. After those, it were those friendlies which came in. Bayern winning every fixtures. Bayern have won in every fixtures. Not a draw even, not a single draw in all those fixtures. If you are counting it, then it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, my goodness, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. It is the 18th fixture on an undefeated and neither a draw in this. The streak is going in, but it is those first 3 friendlies, if you are just not counting in, then it is a total of 15 fixtures, I guess. This is the 16th fixture which Bayern will be registering an undefeated streak. There is not a single draw as well. And the next fixture which Bayern will be facing is up against the likes of Paris Saint-Germain, the champions of the UCL. And that too at the Parc des Princes. 45 minutes are now up and we are moving on to 2 minutes of added time for the first half to end. 45 minutes are now up and 2 minutes of added time. Will Leverkusen build up anything or they will be looking lost in space? The long ball, they are trying to find Poku. Denied. Kim Min-ji getting that block good. The flags were raised. 2 minutes of the added time are already up. Anytime the referee on the pitch, Dennis Atkin, has to blow his whistle. It hasn't been a tough job for this man on the pitch for tonight because nothing like that fight which was looking happening, and Leverkusen are already looking, trying to get those surrender moments on the pitch. And the stats are talking it because all in all, a total of 3 goals. It was a goal coming in from Gnabry, but prior to that, it was those pressure movements which was being built up by Lenny Curly, my man. Lenny Curly already took those 4 shots. No denying the fact, Bayern, all in all, in the stats as of this fixture has got, if you are looking deep into that, 11 shots Bayern have taken, and out of that, I would say 4 to 5 shots were from Lenny Curly. 4 on target. Out of that, I would say 2 were from Lenny Carl. And Lenny Carl have been putting those pressures from the right wings. It was neither Mikel Olise playing it. It was neither the likes of Luis Diaz playing in. And this man making those numbers looking good was definitely doing the talking. And the goals has come in. And the early pressures which was being put in was deeply in by this man Leonard Carl on the pitch. Let me put this man onto our screen. Let me put this, my young man Lenny Curly on the page. I'm a big fan of this man Lenny Curly to be doing the talking. Where is my Lenny boy? Let me put this man high up on the screen. This is Lenny Curly, my boy. This is Lenny Curly, the man who is doing the talking. This is Lenny Curly. He has been putting those pressures good enough. This is the man who is doing those big. And these are the milestones which he has got, Lenny Curly on the pitch. Just have a watch of his, all those milestones which he has got at this young age. I will take a short break. Look at the transfers which he has got from the Bayern Academy. He was playing in Frankfurt initially, but sticking with Bayern, he has long term, he has long planning for that. So for Bayern this season, he has already got 2 goals, no denying the fact. This man is doing the talking, no denying the fact, this man is doing the talking. In the substitutions, if we are talking about, does the likes of Casper Homeland needs to be making anything good, because it is Grimaldo, Hoffman, Ibrahim Maza, Just look at the stats of this man, Ibrahim Maza. He is also this young man who has been seen as a replacement for Florian Wirtz, 19 years, 11 matches, 1 goal. He can be the option which Casper Homeland will be trying to make. And on the other hand, the man who is looking to be making in, which Pep Guardiola has sent in, it is Echeverri, the man who has been dropped, 19 years of age, against Argentine man, playing in, but he hasn't got a single goal and an assist, and neither he has played. He has just got 6 games so far at Leverkusen. And Guardiola has sent this man Echeverri to be developing good. Patrick Schick, on the other hand, if you are talking, this man has been that lone wolf who has been just left in, and he just couldn't get those signings, and it is the transfers which Leverkusen got. They got rid of all those big players which they were having. Only Patrick Schick is the man who has been left in. It is the likes of Tapsoba, the man who has been also left in. These are the two men. Will they get those transfers big enough to those other clubs in these winters? Andy is also the man, but he is on that age of 31. So not much expectations for Robert Andy to be moving higher up into those clubs. But for the Demon Shaft, this man Andy will be a good pickup, and Nagelsmann is going to call him anytime soon. But all eyes will be on this man, Leonard Carl. All eyes will be on this man because he is the man so far in the first half. I think he has done that decent job. So how many goals will be scored in the first half? That was the question, and it is a total of 3 goals. I'm going to end that question, and I will put another question on the chat, that can we get a goal from Lenny Curley? Can Leonard Carl get a goal? That is what the next question which is going to be put in. It is now the third question which has been put onto the chat, that can Leonard Carl score today? He is doing the talking in terms of those assists, in terms of those moves. He is making up, he is building up good. But Leonard Carl, the man, is he going to get a goal for today is the thing which we will be looking to be happening in the second half. And whether Casper Homeland is going to make any changes or not, we are waiting for that. But I will take a short 1 minute break, my boys. I'm just too loaded and need to go to the washroom. I'll be back. Do stay tuned to it. I'll be just back in 2 minutes. So Leonard Carl has done the talking and we are back from the short break. We are back from the short break and it is Leonard Carl who has done the pressing good in the first half and he has been making those creative aspects to be looking in good. In the second half, will we get a goal from Lenny Curley? That is the thing which we are wanting to be having. Will the likes of Lenny Curley, will be he getting those big goals? We are back from that break and we have that poll on to our live chat that who wins tonight. We have got 50% votes for Bayern, we have got 50% votes for Leverkusen, but not a single has got a vote for a draw because many were thinking that Vincent Company has got some changes in the squad and it will be the thing which will be a bit worrying, but it hasn't happened. It hasn't happened. So now the screen which is now being placed on to our panel, look at that. It was the first shot which Tapsova got so far from the box from Leverkusen to get some early upsets. That is where Leverkusen were trying and Casper Homeland with his men in blue was trying to make some sort of a moves early in especially in the first 10 to 15 minutes. That was the thing where we were looking to be talking. In the 8th minute, Lenny Curley gets that. It was an attempt again so far from the box. So Lenny Curley again making that equalizer on those threats. And on the 15th, again Leonard Carl. So first two shots on attempt was from Bayern. Leonard Carl, the young man, 17 years. He has done the talking. Again, look at that. Goretzka took that shot. It was a header, but couldn't convert that. It should have been, because in the big fixtures you have to get those headers converted good enough, my boy. On the 21st minute, it was Serge Gnabry. Chef has been decent, I would say, in the first half, but nothing looking creative in because he's playing on the left side of the wings. Bishop again taking that left footer, but it was a block. Lima taking those. Gnabry again, two shots from Gnabry has come in. Jackson on the 31st minute, it was a goal which Jackson got, but Jackson has been that sly fox. He's playing that fox in the box rather than being a goal poacher. He is playing that fox in the box at times. And I would say that Jackson had one attempt and it was given an offside. The flags were raised for that. 33 again, Schick getting that, but miss. So only two shots which Leverkusen has registered so far in the first half and considered thrice. Will they be able to get a makeup? Because Leverkusen have been scoring those big goals, at least 2 goals every fixture in this season they have scored. Is that thing going to be again Lenny Curley on the 41st minute? Look at that. It is those favorable positions where he takes those shots. He takes 2 shots on the far post. He takes 1 shot on the first post. But with his left footer, he is taking those shots, and whenever he is getting the ball on his right foot, he is going for those curls. He is playing that prototype, and he is strictly following that instructions which has been given to him. It was that own goal coming in from that through pass which Guerrero was attempting to be making into the box, and Bade got that goal on the 43rd minute. That is what the storyline been. Expected goal, look at that. It is 0.26 for Bayern. But it is 2 less. That is what the thing is. The 3 goals have come in. There were those 3 marvelous goals, I would say, no denying the fact. But the expected goals XG is 2 less for this. 10 shots they have taken, 4 on target. That is what the storyline is. And in the decent and in the lineup for both the teams, the second half is about to kick off. The whistle has been blown. The second half has got a kickoff. Look at that. Leverkusen has been really poor in everything. But Lenny Curley needs to be doing the talking. That is what the thing is looking to be happening. If he gets a goal, it will be a big one. We are moving to the timeline. Look at that. It is substitution come in. Ibrahima Maza is in and Alex Garcia is in. So is the new Florian Wirtz of the Bundesliga. Is he the man who is making it? On our questions, we have been again putting that can Leonard Carl score today? On our chat, it has been pinned that who is going to win. Bayern has got 50%. It is the likes of Leverkusen getting 50% and draw is 0. But another question which has also been pinned, that can Lennart Karl get a goal today? I would be much happy to see this man scoring. If Lenny Curley is going to get a goal, none other than me would be the happiest man on this planet Earth. I need a goal. Ibrahim Maza coming in, he early on gets the hold of the ball, he is placing that, he goes for Poku this time. Inside the box, Garcia gets in from Leverkusen, but cheaply losing that. Kim Min-jae getting back. Lima, he passes that, it is going in. Look at that, it is Lima again passing that to Guerrero. Guerrero making those skill moves, he goes in. Guerrero again going for Jackson. Jackson, rather on making those first time passes, is trying to get past the opposition defense with his sole move. That is the thing I would say for Nicholas Jackson, not doing the talking in that aspect. It is those passes which he has to make in those counters to move high up. But he's trying to get a dribble single-handedly, and that is where he is losing the possession. But he has to rely on those passes, my boy. You have to rely on those passes. So only one substitution which Casper Homeland has got into this, and it is Alex Garcia who is out and Ibrahima Maza is in. It is Leverkusen again trying to build up early in the second half. Poku is the man trying to get across, but block coming in. Young man Poku in the squad for Casper Homeland, but Lima gets a block good enough. Ball seeming rolling in. Kimmich taking that position high up. He passes it. Guerrero is the man staying behind Lenny Curley. Curley moves into the mid page. Passes that to Bishop. Bishop going it. Gnabry. It is Bayern again looking to find their momentum and rhythm in the second half now. Is that going to be a 3-0 or many goals are going to be coming in for Bayern? Or is it going to be Leverkusen who are trying, who will get those 1 goal, 2 goal, maybe those equalizers? Will that fight be looking happening? Jackson this time for Bayern. On the edge of the box, single-handedly moving in, goes for Curl. Karl gets that. Guerrero losing that ball deep. It will be the 16th win which Bayern will be registering undefeated across all competitions this season. It is a big record which Vincent Company is going to be achieving. Ball loose, letting Jackson to get the hold of it. He passes back. It is Bishop rolling that to Guerrero. Lima this time, back to Bishop. It is on the mid pitch again. On the lower blocks, Leverkusen trying to make some sort of overpopulating the pitch. Image this time, whom is going to get that? He goes for Karl again. Passes are looking too predictable. But Leverkusen are not feeling the heat of it. Leverkusen are not feeling the heat of that map. Lama again from the cross, goes for header. Oh my god. Jackson again. It was a header, I think. He got a touch of the ball. 49 minutes, 50 seconds on the watch. It was a cross coming in. Lima, he goes in onto the mid part of the box. Jackson was close. He got a header as well. But couldn't convert that. So Goretzka has missed a header. It is the likes of Jackson missing header. Set pieces is where Vincent Company is relying on these two men. But what would have been the story if Harry Kane would have been there? What would have been the story if Olise would have been there? What would have been the story if Luis Diaz would have been there? Could we have got at least 5 goals in the first half? Would have been the story 5-0? It will be interesting to watch what are the substitutions Vincent's company is going to making. Will he call up Harry Kane? Because the next fixture he is having is PSG. And Leverkusen to be talking in their matches. They have got a corner now. Gets across. It has been just blocked by Kimmich on the first post. Leverkusen will be traveling to Benfica for their UCL fixture next. It will be an away fixture for Casper Homeland's Leverkusen. And they are going to face Benfica. That is what the story is. Only one substitution Casper Homeland has got, and he has brought in young Florian Wirtz, Ibrahim was on the pitch. But he still has got the likes of Grimaldo, he has got the likes of Hoffman. Terrier is there, but will he go for them in the second half? But man, already down by 3 goals. The early damage has been done in by Bayern. It's Tapsoba on the edge of the box, receiving that. Bade gets that. Will he get past Bishop? Bade is trying hard, but no block coming in. Bishop gets that clear and passes that to Jackson. Look at that. Jackson every time getting the ball is solely trying to move rather than making those first touch passes. He has to get that adaptability where I would say he is missing it. Jackson is trying to move with the ball single-handedly and he is failing to do that, but he's the only man in the Bayern squad who is looking to be making that. Lama moving that. Lama and Guerrero playing on the mid pitch. Good enough. Jackson with his passes also not looking that clinical. He has been getting those conversions. Being a lonely player, he has been marvelous. He has got 2 goals, 1 assist. Job, the task which has been done, he is doing it. But the expectations from the Bayern management for Nicholas Jackson will not be met. The way Jackson is playing, he is doing the talking on the pitch, but this way I don't think that Jackson will be on a long run good enough for Bayern to be making at. For a long run, I don't think Jackson is the man which Bayern would be preferring to. So still Nicholas Jackson remains the man where Bayern will be looking to implement to make those runs, to make those threats. That is what. But in terms of passes, in terms of those creativity, is looking absent. Look at that. All the 10 men of Bayern are now on the edge of the box. It is a set piece now for Leverkusen. Can they convert that? Jackson and Tapsoba having a fight on the pitch. Is Tapsoba trying to get that edge over Jackson for header? No. Denied. That set piece was taken poorly. Leverkusen taking that set piece too poorly to get those conversions. It is Hoffman now seen coming onto the page. It is Terrier again looking to be coming in. So substitutions are now looking coming in. Casper Homeland going to make those substitutions now. 55 minutes now on the watch. Casper Homeland now bringing in 3 reinforcements in the squad. My goodness. There are those substitutions which has come in now. It is Hoffman who is in and Echeverry is out. Pep Guardiola's Echeverry is not making any significance for Leverkusen in this season. This is his seventh match he has played, but not a single contribution in those goals, neither assist. Leverkusen is totally looking lost. It is Leverkusen who are looking completely lost. The company is completely crushing Leverkusen over here. It is Vincent Company who is completely crushing Leverkusen. He is taking that full move into the pitch. Oh my god, it is Guerrero who just missed a big chance. So it is Vincent Company who is crushing Leverkusen. Oh my goodness, look at that. It is now Vincent Company going to make those changes. It is those changes which is now looking in. 3 goals down, Leverkusen now will have the threat. And in substitutions, they have moved Poku out. Echeverry is out. It is Hoffman Terrier in. Patrick Schick is out. And it is Kofan is in. And now Vincent Company bringing in these changes. It is Harry Kane who is in. Gnabry have now been given those rest. It is Olise in. My goodness. More threats looking coming in. So Diaz, Olise, Harry Kane. 3 of the forwards in. How many more goals are we going to expect? But is my man Lenny Carl out of the pitch so soon? Yes, Carl has been substituted 59 minutes and my man is out of the pitch. So we will be just ending that question and putting on to the next question, that how many goals will Bayern score? How many goals will Bayern score? That is now the next question which has been put on the chat. Luis Diaz, Olise, and it is Harry Kane who are in. Look at that. Olise is asking the Bavarian fans to make those more roaring moves. The fans are chanting that we are winning it big. Look at that. Bavarian fans are chanting it big. How many goals are we going to get today, my boy? Give your answers to those questions as well as to those poll which has been pinned onto the chat. Harry Kane this time. Whom is going to forward that? Goes for Bishop. Diaz this time. Correro is up. Will Diaz make that? No, he is running solely. Will he make a move? It is a tackle to Luis Diaz and a foul. It is Dennis Hatkin, the referee on the page, giving a foul for that challenge to Luis Diaz from Hendrik. It was Quansha, it was Hendrik. Both of them were looking, wrestling. And it was Luis Diaz who got that favor from the referee Dennis Hatkin, and a foul one in. Luis Diaz coming in and has won a set piece option, but it is quite far from the box. That is quite far from the box. Joshua Kimmich going to take that, but Olise not getting involved. What is that matter which is happening? Vincent Company is making some changes before the PSG clash, because Bayern in the next clash has got PSG and their roaring form. Will they make it big? Pitch is spread. Luis Diaz, Olise on the wings. Kimmich going that. He passes that to Olise. Look at that pass. Straight to Olise on the sidelines. Olise has won a throw. Look at that. The gameplay is now looking composite. In the first half, the chances were being made by those young men in the squad. And now the chances are looking more solid and more deep into those attacks. Look at that deep pass. Olise placing that. Goes for Lammer. Kapsova gets that block. Leverkusen has been really decent. Not bad, I would say, for this fixture. But they have been undermining against the roaring form of Bayern. That is why they have conceded 3. In terms of talking on the pitch, they have been looking decent. Not that bad enough. Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching, give your votes. What will be the final scoreline, as well as that poll on the chat which has been pinned. Late in night tonight, we have Real Madrid and Valencia late in the night watch along. And it is Liverpool and Aston Villa where we'll be also having that watch. But will we be able to continue that? Will we be able to continue that stream? Because this stream is going in so late. It is already more 30 minutes left into this. Real Madrid and Valencia, will we be able to watch that? It is not getting possible, my boys. I'm deleting that. So that watch along of Real Madrid and Valencia, we will be making that video of it tomorrow morning. But as of now, this watch along, we are not going to be combining that. That is what the story is. But after the substitutions of Olise, Luis Diaz, Harry Kane, Bayern hasn't registered a shot. That is what the worry is. 65 minutes on the watch. It is the 3 established forwards who are taking their time to adjust on the pitch, and Bayern are creating history again. 16 matches undefeated, neither a draw in it, all wins. A new record. It was way back in 92-93 where AC Milan got that big win of 14 from the start of the season. going winless in every matches. I mean, winning every matches, and now it is Bayern creating that in 2025. 16 matches undefeated. 67 minutes. It is the likes of Tom Bishop getting that tackle good enough. Bishop is making those moves. Look at that. Escape rate is 80%, and Bishop on those accuracy is 92%. Is developing too good as a player. We will watch that match of Real Madrid and Valencia and the likes of Liverpool and Aston Villa on a separate, but we are not going to get that watch along because this fixture is going to take more 30 minutes. This time goes it high enough. Guerrero this time. Places that for Harry Kane. Joshua Kimmich. Places it. Lima this time. But look at that. It is Guerrero and Lima who are now overpopulating on the mid pitch. That is what this symphony is now looking absent. Harry Kane, first touch not enough. It is a win-win situation. Ibrahim Maza getting that a win. He has been tackled. Maza, the number 30, which Leverkusen has got in, and thinking of him as the substitute for the loss of Florian Wirtz, which they have got in those transfers. But Maza is the man. He is looking to be developing in, but not good enough, and he has also got a yellow card. The pressure which is being fed by this young man Ibrahim Maza on the pitch. Where is that man Ibrahim Maza? Let me put him onto the screen. It is handed on the mid pitch. Leverkusen not looking anything to build up. 69 minutes now on the watch. 3-0 is the score line. Hoffman trying to make a pass, but not a threat looking in. That is not at all a threat looking in. In the past two fixtures, Leverkusen losing by 5-0 and now it is 3-0. It is a now loss coming in the Bundesliga. It is a ball placed in. Luis Diaz goes in inside the box. Olise, will he get a touch? This time Flecken was good enough to get the hold of the ball. 70 minutes are now up. 70 minutes are now officially up. It hasn't been a single shot which Leverkusen has got. It was PSG who up against the likes of Leverkusen got 7-2, but Bayern now are on a clean sheet, but it is 3-0. Olise trying to get a shot, but block coming in from Tepsoba. Will Bayern at least get two more goals? "70 minutes now on the watch." Looking at the fixture of Leverkusen and PSG, let us have a look of that. Look at that. Leverkusen in their matches up against the likes of PSG. PSG scoring 8 from the first. Paco, Desire Doué, Kvaratskhelia, 44 minutes. It was 4 goals in the first half. They have got those goals in those regular intervals. Dembele, Mendes, Vitina scoring that. This was the lineup. Casper Homeland having it. Pleken is there. Bade, Antic. Antic was there on the defensive aspect. That was the story. Antic was the man on those defensive aspects. It was Fernandez, it was Garcia on the mid page. Arthur, Echeverry, Poku, Grimaldo was the man, but Grimaldo is not there for today's fixture. Fofan was on the starting lineup, but today Patrick Schick. So Casper Homeland has also got some sort of a changes which he played up against the likes of PSG. And PSG were having the likes of Barcola, Desire Doué, Kvaratskhelia. Vitina was there, Zay Emery, Nuno Mendes, Pacho. Marquinhos wasn't available for that fixture. But Bayern in their fixtures, if you are talking about, look at that, PSG and Bayern, which is going to be happening. All in all, 7 wins for PSG, 9 for Bayern in all those head-to-head matches which they have played. And the last time which Bayern has got a defeat was in the previous fixture at the FIFA Club World Cup. But before that, in the Champions League, previous season, it was Bayern winning, but it was at the Alliance. 1-0 was the score line. And Champions League win have been coming in 2022-23 as well. It was 21 as well, and 1920 it was the Champions League final where Bayern won it against PSG 1-0. 1-0, 2-0 is the maximum scoreline which we have got. Bayern and PSG, this is what the storyline has been. But this Champions League fixture of the group stage knockout, look at that, the unavailability of players which we'll be having. Zabrani and Desire Doué will be the man who will be missing in this. Let us check that. What is in store for that fixture? It is Zabrani who is on a suspension and he won't be present for that. Will Musiala be available for that fixture? Bambi won't be coming in. Hiroki Ito, Davies, these are the 3 options which Bayern are having on their injuries aspect. But Desire Doué is not going to be there. There was some sort of news that Fabian Ruiz was on some sort of a discomfort. Fabian Ruiz will also be not there. So it is the change which has been made. Luis Enrique has got a change. It is Neves, Vitina, Marquinhos and Beraldo will be there on those centre backs. That will be the thing. Or it will be like so Paco and Zabrini. What will be the thing looking to be happening? The next fixture for Bayern, it is up against the likes of Paris Saint-Germain. And will that fixture be good enough? We will be making the predictions of this coming up tomorrow morning. But another substitution coming in, Lama out of his gas, Vincent Company getting him those substitutions, and it is Sacha Boy who has come on to the pitch. .76 now on the watch. Liverpool and Aston Villa, the lineups has also been announced. Look at that. Real Madrid and Valencia, the lineups have been announced as well. But Arne Slot has got those changes in the squad. Arne Slot has got those changes in the squad. Will he be the man doing the talking? Exactly happened? What will he be the man doing the talking? Creativity looking not to be happening because it is those paperwork. I think Casper Homeland has made it good with the Bayern attacks. Elise now moving on to the left side of the wings. Man are trying to just disrupt anything because the next fixture it will be Luis Enrique looking completely focused on this gameplay which Bayern are making, and Vincent Company with this is looking to be just changing all those strapping things. Such a way pressing it higher, moving it into the box. Denied. Pavlovic is not getting that playtime for this fixture as of now. The thing looking to be worrying him. Oh my god. As soon as I said it is Guerrero moving out of the pitch, and I think it will be Pavlovic looking to be coming in. Yes, Vincent Company now bringing in Pavlovic on the pitch. Pavlovic is having that smile on his face because the 3-0 is the scoreline, but the need of one more goal or two more goal is what is Bayern fans will be looking happy because next picture is PSG who they will be trying to be making it. Boy goes in for Pavlovic again, this time back to Kimmich. Shah is rolling it. It goes in for Luis Diaz. Diaz is there. He crosses it back to Min Jae Kim. Bishop looking to make some passes, but it is Andy who has got that interception. Now it is inside the box coming in from Leverkusen. Shot, but Manuel Neuer gets that save. This is that first official shot of this fixture, I would say, was some sort of possibility, but that too from a close angle which Leverkusen tried. But nothing lethal coming in from them. Police, what a cross coming in. Pavlovic making that. Kimmich going it high up. He goes for Olise and Diaz. Both of them are there. It is Pavlovic, it is Harry Kane, it is Olise, it is Diaz inside the box. Olise making those moves. He goes down up. Such a boy, my boy. Such a boy takes a shot and it was way wide of the post. It was way wide of the post. How miserable such a boy taking that. I think it is a deflection. Yes, it is a corner going to be coming in. It is a corner which is now going to be coming in. Saja Boy has got a corner win situation for him. The second half stats will be worrying. It was in the first half 11 shots and now in the second half only 6. So Bayern's forward has been mapped. Casper Homeland has got the perfect mapping of the Bayern's first lineup. It is Luis Diaz inside the box, header for Harry Kane. But no, Harry Kane didn't even try to make an attempt to that. Is it that over-exhausted squad? Harry Kane inside the box takes a shot, again a miss. 83 minutes. Can we get one or two more goals? That will be the worry. Boy is there high up. Yes, Harry Kane now finding Boy. Look at that pass. Straight coming into him. Police say, look at that control. Look at that control. It is the first show which now happened, and Police getting that control so good. It was looking marvelous. Marvelous. It was looking marvelous. What a marvelous move that came in from Olise. It was looking fantabulous from Olise to be doing the talking. 2 hours of the stream so far. I think it was a handball from Olise. Kapsuba, with his speed, he got that tackle to Harry Kane. It is not the injuries which Vincent Company will be liking to be happening. The injuries which Vincent Company won't be liking to be happening. That is what the thing is. Who will be the man of the match? How many goals will Bayern score? We will be ending that question as well. But after those stoppage time, and who will be the man of the match? We will be having a watch of that as well. Has been really pretty good in this picture. Jonathan Tah has been really pretty good. The transfer which Bayern got from Leverkusen only, it was Jonathan Tah. Luis Diaz inside the box, gets the ball, hit goes for Olise, first time shot from Olise, but interception on the defensive line. Don't get those injuries, my boy. It is not the need of the hour. Injuries are not the need of the hour now to have. Maza trying to get creative. Tom Bishop getting that interception. Look at that. Young kids blocking each other on the box. Young Maza trying to get creative, but it was Tom Bishop blocking that creativity coming in from the likes of Maza. 87 minutes, 3 more minutes left, plus how much of the stoppage time will be there? Look at that. Olise is dancing on the pitch. Look at the way Olise is playing. He is seen dancing on the pitch. Pavlovic is tracking back. It is a move coming in. Leverkusen are not even looking to get any attempt in the counters. So Leverkusen have been totally demolished. Demolition of the rivalry, and now Leverkusen have got it too low on the pitch. At least not a reply. Past 3 fixtures, Leverkusen losing it. Will this be good enough? Fofana taking a shot. No way, not a threat for Manuel Neuer. Not a threat that was from Manuel Neuer. Not a threat it was for Manuel Neuer. It is a set piece opportunity. Leverkusen, will they get anything in reply? No reply from Leverkusen so far. Into the box goes straight for Manuel Neuer. So Manuel Neuer have been really relaxing in this picture, I would say. I would have placed a big bed for him on those goal line and make him have a sleep, have a sweet dream. Manuel Neuer is having that sweet dream and a sweet night, because it hasn't been a single time where Manuel Neuer has been tested. It was 2 seasons back, Leverkusen got those big victories of undefeated, staying in the season, but they were draws. But Bayern this season have been totally undefeated. These are the two teams who are playing, but the different season and the scenario is quite different for both the teams. It is a miss. Kim Min-jae missing that. Look at that. Kim Min-jae missing that. Kofane with that tackle, missing it. This is a worry. This is a worry. Kim Min-jae just showed that it was with the presence of Kofane. He let the ball loose and Kofane just got past him. It was Goretzka in the end getting that challenge, but oh my goodness, a yellow card coming in to Goretzka for that. The error of Kim Min-jae, and it is the likes of Goretzka who is paying that. It is the error from Kim Min-jae and Goretzka on the block getting now a yellow card for that. This is where the threat comes in when you have that odd man out in the squad. And that is what Kim Min-jae is specially known to be happening and doing that time and again. Hope this man Kim Min-jae, Bayern are going to get rid of him as soon, because he's not completely getting those pop-up as well as those talking with the team. With 3-0 up, goals coming in so beautifully, it was the likes of Serge Gnabry, Jackson, it is the likes of Luis Bate, that own goal which came in. How could that be the effort which you are making from Kim Min-jae to be talking in? 90 minutes are up. Now 3 minutes of stoppage time. Only 3 minutes. And the referee on the pitch, Dennis Atkin, has done a decent job and not has been a war. which was happening in the past 2 seasons between Leverkusen and Bayern. And Bayern has completely dethroned Leverkusen in the previous season from the Bundesliga as well as in the UCL, and this season they are now getting the first win after 2022-23, 2 years back, where Bayern registered their first leg win at Allianz, and it is after 2 years. So Vincent Company in the previous season not getting a win against the Bundesliga Der Klassiker Dortmund. This season has got that, and in the previous season he didn't get a win against the likes of Leverkusen in the Bundesliga, if only we are talking, and this season he has got it. Vincent Company making that, and now he is up to those 16th match unbeaten, undefeated, not even a draw, and he is winning every fixture. Next fixture being PSG. Will that be good enough? Olise gets into the far post. He gets that. Luis Diaz, will he get a touch? Missed it. 3-0 is the score line, but it was PSG who faced Leverkusen and got 7 to the score line. Desired duel from PSG will not be present. And from the likes of Bayern Munich, it is the likes of Bambi, Musiala, it is the likes of Davies, and it will be the likes of Hiroki Ito, who will be not in this squad. They have been seen in training but not with the squad. Bayern winning it in a 3-0, but will the next fixture against PSG, who will be the winner? It is the final whistle which has been blown. Dennis Hatkin has blown that whistle, and it is a win coming. 15 straight wins for Vincent Company across all competitions, and a new history has been made. And prior to that, it was AC Milan way back in 92 and 93, where they got those wins. So big win coming in, big win coming in. Mia and Mia, my boys, Mia and Mia. We will be coming up tomorrow morning for the Champions League predictions as well. Till then, keep goaling, my boys, keep goaling. What a big win, Bayern has got.